What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Hope everyone is having a great day, and it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for our Bargain Bin Wax Wednesday, episode number 6, a box of 1989 Topps baseball. But before we get into it, would ask if you could drop down, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell for notifications. Make sure you slam that like button and leave a comment below. How do you feel about this set? I know a lot of people think that this set really sucks, and then some people like this set, so... But we are, with 89 Topps, kind of right in the sweet spot of junk wax. So there are our packs, 15 cards, and 1 stick of bubble gum. 15 bubble gum cards and 1 stick of gum. We are not going to be eating the gum today. I don't really want to get sick. But a gum actually doesn't look that bad. So maybe we'll eat 1 piece. We might eat 1 piece before it's all said and done. All right, so let's start off here. Tim Cruz, Terry Francona. There's a Robin Ventura draft pick. Wade Boggs, Turn Back the Clock of Lou Brock. There is our propaganda card, as you'd call it. Jay Tibbs, Benny Santiago, Barry Lyons, Byron Smith, Dempsey, and Raphael. I never took steroids. Paul Marrow. Okay. Pack 2. And since normally I just throw these packs on the ground, but since there's gum in them, I'm going to have to kind of throw them away as I open up. So there's another propaganda of the company store. And let's see what we find here. Bruce Fields, Floyd Bannister, R.J. Reynolds, Eric Plunk, and Indians leaders. So that was a phenomenal second pack. A lot of value in that pack for sure. I'm probably going to bump the camera a couple times because my trash can's right here below my desk. So I do apologize if I'm bumping the camera. There's Kirby Puckett. That's a nice one. Diaz. There's Jose Canseco. You can't see it up, but he's on the box. There's another company store. There's Cal Ripken. This is a pretty nice pack. Mike Scioscia. Jay Bell. Mike Marshall. Dennis Rasmussen. So that actually third pack made up for the lousy second pack. Not a bad pack at all. This box cost me right at $30. So since we are in week 6, last week our total was $95 at $30. That puts us at, quick math in my head, $125. And this looks like the same pack we got just a second. It is, except we got a Hank Aaron Turn Back the Clock. But those were the same front cards we got. Pettis, Will Clark, there's Nolan Ryan. The back end, Dave Martinez, but these cards right here to Robin Ventura, these 4 were the same as that first pack. And we got our first time the gum is stuck. Let's look at that one. Let's save that. We'll save that gum. We may chomp down on that one here in a second. There's an All-Star, Big Cat, record breaker, 88. George Bell slams 3 home runs on opening day. Steve Avery, there's Jim Abbott. Mark McGuire, nice. Brett Butler and Terry Pendleton. All right. Gotta love the stale gum. Brewers leaders, little mess up on the card there. Steve Shields, propaganda. Charlie O'Brien, Tony Fernandez. Well, got a couple stuck there. Company store. That was our gum card. Brian Fisher. Dwight Gooden, Turn Back the Clock. Dave Schmidt. Andy Van Slyke, All-Star. Al Leiter. Vance Law with those great late 80s, early 90s glasses. Bud Black. Skinner. DeShays. Tony Pena. He's got some nice shades too right there. Look at those. And Wallace Johnson. We're going to throw that card over with the company store cards. That card is going to go probably in the trash. So we wouldn't have too many issues with the gum. And so far we really haven't, which is good. There's another Tony Pena, Wallace Johnson. So that is there's Dennis Eckersley, Astros, and Lance Johnson. So these three are in the collation together. So we see one, we'll see the other two. The good thing about these cards is you're probably not going to find a lot of repacked stuff. Only because who in their right mind is going to repack 89 tops? There's a Kirby Puckett All-Star. I mean, there's not a lot of cards in here that are worth anything. Andre Dawson All-Star, Lasorda, Hatcher, Treadway, Terry Kennedy. I mean, honestly, there's really nothing. There's really nothing in here that's going to break the bank, make you a millionaire. It's just fun to open. That's the reason why we do this. Salazar, Donnell Nixon, Mike Flanagan looking a little too comfortable. Gary Carter, Gary Gaetti. Gary Gaetti. There's a Roberto Alomar, Buddy Bell, another Hank Aaron Turn Back the Clock, Frank Viola All-Star, Otis Nixon, Krutko, Glenn Davis, Henry Cotto. McCullers, Mark Lewis. There's the Hawk, Dave LaPointe, Glenn Davis. There's Cotto again. There's Ricky Henderson. One of his more tame shots, but still always looking cool. Always looking cool. Mike Greenwell All-Star. Ken Caminiti. Dave Magadan. There's Lloyd Ted Mosby. Tony Gwynn. Sutcliffe. Carney Lansford. Jesse Barfield. Haven't done too bad here so far, I don't think. Blue Jays leaders. Stan Jefferson. Donnie Baseball All-Star card. Fernando. Joe Morgan. Not the one Joe Morgan we think about, but Joe Morgan. Whitey Herzog. Gerhardt. Kurt Ford. Curtis Wilkerson. Scott Sanderson. I met Scott Sanderson when I was a kid. Got his autograph. Rick Honeycutt. Bill Long. Sparky Anderson. There's a Steve Searcy future star. Another Ricky Henderson. Scott Fletcher. Dickie Thon. Nelson Liriano. Yep, I have a autographed baseball by Ryan Sandberg. Goose Gossage, and Scott Sanderson. Kind of an odd trio there. There's Dave Parker, but they were all on the Cubs or involved with the Cubs when I went as a small child. I was about 3 years old. 3.5 maybe, right around in there. Blyleven, Drew Hall, Paul O'Neill, Billy Ripken, Dave Henderson, and Mike Scott. In fact, it would have been right around 88, 89 when I went. Doug Jones, Yankees leaders. Gene Walter, Darnell Coles, Sean Dunston, one of my favorite Cubs. Drayback, Doc Edwards. That was Doc Edwards, right? Yeah. Tony Phillips, Tom Brookins. Don Baylor. Corey Snyder, Bob Walk. There's Dale Murphy, Eddie Whitson, the great Greg Maddux, and Rob Deere. We'll never understand the Cubs organization letting Maddux go. Never understand that. But, hey, it is what it is. Roger Craig, George Bell, Claudell Washington, Wally Joyner, Pirates leaders, Urback, Williamson, Hal, Musselman, and Royals leaders. Two of them stuck together here. Yeah, Chili Davis. That's going to go in the pile for the trash pile because of the gum. Terry McGriff. There's a checklist. Campbell, Dave Winfield, Terry Clark, Mitch Williams, BJ Suroff. And we're just past halfway here. Harris, Boone, Jerry Brown, Dave Gallagher, DeCenzo, Sanchez, McWilliams, Willie McGee, Ken Daly, Mike Morgan, Tony Aramis. Look at that one. That's a nice one. Ted Power. Athletics leaders. Record breaker 88. Kevin steals 21 without being caught. The Mets' Kevin McReynolds has set a major league record of 21 stolen bases with no caught stealing in 1988. Another checklist. Terry Pohl. Cecil Fielder. There's Jim Sundberg. Suter, Trammell, Big Cat, Gary Ward, and Saberhagen. That was a nice pack. That was a nice pack. Vince Coleman, checklist. Tettleton. There's a Kirk Gibson All-Star. Mike Jackson, Moreland. Mark Grace, All-Star rookie. Nice. Ruben Sierra, Wegman. Balboni, Chris Sabo, All-Star rookie. Jose De Leon. Those rookie cup cards are cool. I like those. I think if you collected cards, especially tops, you know, the rookie cups were always some of the more sought-after cards. Lee Smith, Bobby Bonilla, Larry Owen with the unibrow, Chuck Finley, Chris James, Harold McReynolds, Rafael Ramirez, Rangers leaders, Meadows, Jeff Montgomery, Dave Palmer, record breaker 88. Doug Jones tonight earned his 15th consecutive save and a 10-7 win versus the Mariners, a major league record. And Jeff Bolliard. $15 in a row. Bilecki Twins, Tony Olivia, turn back the clock. Braves leaders, there's a checklist. Eddie Murray, Fazio, Thurman, Phil Bradley, Bob Melvin, Rick Leach. Tudor, Al Nipper. Look at that one. Look at those glasses. Everyone was wearing those glasses back then. Mike Harkey with some sort of schmutz or something. Some sort of weird orb over his unibrow, which makes it look worse. Ron Darling, David Cone. There's Craig Biggio, rookie. That's a nice one. That's probably one of the cards you would chase in this set. There's not many. Still haven't seen You Know Who, which honestly, as many weeks as we've been doing this, and we've tried to find Ken Griffey Jr., we've only really been successful, what, once? One time? 3, 6, 9 packs to go. Let's go ahead and get the box out of here. 9 packs to go. Can we find? There's Lou Brock, turn back the clock. Candiotti, Reds leaders, a checklist. A Gil Hodges, turn back the clock. Cal Ripken, Sosha, Trevino, Rogers, Mitchell, Jay Bell, Jose Batista. Wait. Because I always get the 89 one mixed up. I think Ken Griffey Jr. is in the update traded 89 tops, not this one. So, of course, if that's the case, we won't find him. Hershiser pitches 59 scoreless innings. It's a pretty big deal. Dave Stieb, Steve Lake, Dennis Boyd, Rob Dibble, Robin Yount. That's one of those records that has stood the test of time. Bobby Bonilla All-Star. There is the George Bell record breaker again. Guzman, Danny Jackson All-Star. Harper, Ellis Burks, Mike Maddox, Dennis Lamp, Jody Davis, Juan Nieves. Jody Davis. I probably have 1,000 of those Jody Davis cards. Phil Franco, Devon White, John Davis. These are kind of sticking. There's Keith Hernandez, Pete Smith, Tim Burke. There's Ozzie Smith, the Wizard, and Mike Schmidt. 5 packs to go. Dave Anderson, Lou Whitaker, Bobby Witt. There's Hershiser, Bruce Benedict, John Morris, Dotson, Kurt Young. Phillies leaders, Kelly Downs, and Ken Williams. Our stack is growing. All right. 4 packs to go. Hopefully that stack of cards right there does not fall down. Trevor Wilson, Fisk, Cardinals leaders, Plesac, Gruber, Rasmussen, Vance Law again, but black, and these are the same ones we've seen already. 3 packs to go. Tigers, Spike Owen, Greg Matthews, Red Sox, Jeff Robinson, Leary, Bradley, Clancy, Terry Taylor, Mulholland, and Charles Hudson. 2 packs to go. Then Davis, Steve Farr, Ricky Horton, Darren Jackson, Willie Wilson, Roger Craig, George Bell, Claudio Washington, Schroeder, Youngblood, Moyer, and Jim Traber. All right, one last pack. And we are through with our 1989 Topps baseball box. So as episode 6 comes to a close, hopefully we find something in here. Bobby Bonilla, Larry Owen, Finley, James, Reynolds, Ramirez, Ricky Jordan, Gubaza, Templeton, Harris, Chris Carpenter. That is a rookie card if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. And we end it with an all-star Roger Clemens. So I guess that's not too bad of a card to finish up. So, not too bad. We had some fun. We got to open a whole box of cards, which is always fun. Yeah, it's junk wax, but, you know, it's still enjoyable. $30, that's not too bad. So we're going to bring these down and separate them. So, I appreciate everybody watching. I hope that everyone has a great rest of their week. And be sure to come back on Friday. We'll see what we'll be opening on Friday. I haven't really decided what we're going to make, what video we're going to do on Friday yet. I've got a couple things in mind, so we'll see. You'll have to come back and see what we're going to do. So appreciate everybody watching, and thanks for stopping by.